Hello, Facebook friends, hello. Hello, Facebook friends, hello. I'm feeling real silly, so let's start the show. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ba-da-ba-da, here we go, and here we go, here we go. Ba-da, boom, boom, boom. Oh, these are very dirty. These are even worse than before. How's everybody doing? Miss Christie's here. Say hi, Miss Christie. Miss Christie's here. She's doing the wave.
Can you see?
No,
Can
I
you
can't see.
How many fingers?
Too many fingers.
How many fingers?
10. You're just hands out my face there, Mrs. Oh man, I'm tired today. It was a lot of shoveling. I shoveled our walk, and then I shoveled our neighbor's walk, and then I forgot to do in front of the neighbor's house. So I'm going to go do that later. Good evening, everybody. And it was starting out really cold. Like when I went out at the beginning, it seemed very cold, and then by the time I was about halfway through, even it was about an hour and a half later, it was warm enough. I didn't have to wear a toque or so. That red hat kind of makes you look like a pirate. Brr. I'm a myopic pirate. I'm nearsighted silver. Myopic Pete, they call me. How's your day?
It's okay.
Yeah? Working?
Yep.
Yeah. Working. Miss Christie just made me supper, too. My stomach just went a little bit because I had my supper.
This is very tasty.
It's very good. You make good egg wraps. Yeah. An egg wrap to me is a shell, but that's it. I don't know if I can wear these.
I didn't make a shell.
Pardon me?
I did not make a shell.
You did not make a shell. You did not make a shell. That would be shellfish of you. That's what they say to the shrimp. You know what? You're very shellfish. Is a shrimp even a shellfish? I don't know. Is it? I think so. It's got a little shell on the outside. We have to make a joke. We have to make a crustacean. Sounds like something at a bakery. That's a crustacean over there. That's where you only get the crusts.
Some people would be so happy with that.
Just the crusts?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like crusts on their bread.
No, some people that's all they want.
How can you only have the you don't need the two halves of the bread at the front and the back? Right? That's the only crusts.
Well, it depends on the loaf, right?
Well, I guess if you cut it, you get at the sides like that, and then you get the top and the bottom.
You get those artisan loaves that are, like...
Yeah, but I mean, you can't... See, if you wanted no crust on your bread, you can still have a sandwich, but if you only wanted crusts, you couldn't have a sandwich with... Because even the artisan bread, they got the soft part in the middle. Do they just fill that part? Do they cut that part out and then just put more crust in there?
No, I think they enjoy the soft part, too, but...
I like a good crusty bun.
The crispiness of the...
I like crusty buns. Yeah, I like crusty buns. Jimmy Della Valle is watching. Well, Jimmy D. Della Valle is a comedian friend of mine, and he lives in the States, and we met each other many years ago at the very first or second, or I guess it was, Comedy Fest in Funny Fest in Calgary. Jimmy Della Valle, how are you, buddy? He's been in all kinds of TVs and stuff like that. He's a star. He's a star. My friend's a star. Hey, let's read a couple books, shall we? I just picked a couple books out. Oh, can I have here, grab me a penguin one, please. This is a penguin book. Bee, Jimmy Della Valle, Jimmy Della Valle, Jimmy Della Valle.
Is that because somebody said you look like a pirate?
No, not he looks like a pirate. What do you mean he? You mean me?
Said you look like a pirate.
No. You said he looks like a pirate. You said,
I?
Is it somebody that makes it because you said he looked like a pirate? No. It's because this is a penguin book.
Ah.
There you go. So there we go. 3 Cheers for Tacky. Here, it's a book called 3 Cheers for Tacky. We're gonna dedicate this book to my buddy Carmen Neufeld because she loves all things penguin. So there we go. We'll read this for her. The cats are just wandering around going, hey, what's going on in here? These are empty boxes. So here we go. 3 Cheers for Penguin. 3 Cheers for Tacky. It is by Helen Lester, illustrated by Lynn Munsinger, and this is Houghton Mifflin Company out of Boston is the is the publisher, and this book was in 1994. So thank you, Reg. 1994. Let's read the book. Once there lived a group of penguins on a nice icy land. One was godly, one was lovely, one was angel, one was neatly, one was perfect, and one was Tacky. Tacky was the odd bird. I be Tacky for sure. When they grew old enough, godly, lovely, angel, neatly, and perfect and tackly, tackly is the football one. Or the Fisher one. Maybe he's a Fisher football player. Tackly.
Are you sure it's
went to
Tacky,
school.
or maybe it's Tickly?
No, Tickly's his sister. They read books, they wrote their names, and they learned their numbers. This is totally me. Look how he's writing his name Tackly. And then can you see what it says there for the math? Here, so get it really close for you guys to see. Everybody else is 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 1 equals 3, 3 plus 1 equals 4, 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 5 plus 1 equals 6. And Tacky wrote 600,725 plus 1 equals 92 and a half. Yes. One day at school, the penguins noticed a sign with an exciting announcement. Their class had been invited to take part in the Great Penguin Cheering Contest. Penguin classes from all over the iceberg would be there, and the team with the finest cheer would win shiny blue bow ties. Great Penguin Cheering Contest. The Great Penguin Cheering Contest. Da-da-da. Imagine what they could do with shiny blue bow ties. They're all thinking, and he's putting it on
a
it.
shiny blue bow tie. That'd be cool.
I don't know if I have a bow tie.
You have a couple bow ties?
Well, I mean, I don't have a blue one, is what I meant to say. I don't have a neck, so
I'm
that's a big
picturing
problem.
something like craft aisle sparkly. Like, it is just...
I like craft dinner.
Boom,
Can we do craft dinner sparkly?
sparkly.
Well, I think maybe you have a choice. Right after school, Godly, Lovely, Angel, Neatly, and Perfect hurried away to practice their cheer. Softly and promptly they began. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. Stand up. Sit down. Say good night. They did it beautifully, even the first time through. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. Sit down. Stand up. Say good night. 1, 2, 3, left. Craft dinner. A craft dinner bow tie. I used to make macaroni necklaces for my mom. They were hot. And they had ketchup on them, but I'm just saying. Then up waddled Tacky, a little late and a little loud. What's happening? He blared. We're practicing our cheer. That's what's happening, they replied. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. Stand up, sit down, say good night. Yeah, that's why they call tuxedos penguin suits. Because they smell like fish. No, I don't know. Tacky gave it a try. 1, 2, 3, left. A, B, C, right. Flop down. Flop down. Roll over, say what's for supper. There is this 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, 3, right. Stand up, sit down, say goodnight. His was 1, 2, 3. What is it? Oh, it's hilarious. Tacky gave it a try. 1, 2, 3, left. A, B, C, right. Flop down, roll over, say what's for supper. Tacky, they said patiently. We're a team, and if you're on the team, you must do exactly like the rest of us. Say, what's for supper? I like this book. He wanted very much to be on the team, so Tacky tried to cooperate and move with a stiff upper beak like the rest of them. But how could he see where he was going with a stiff upper beak in the way? And directions were not always easy. 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 left. Where is everybody? He wondered. He wandered around in circles. Tacky had trouble coming up with a proper costume. He dressed like Santa and the Easter Bunny and, you know, Marie Antoinette, it looks like. And then he's got his shirt on upside down.
Yeah, he's trying to wear his shirt.
Trying to wear his shirt as pants. Let them eat crab cake. And his pom-poms were never quite right. Would this team ever have a chance to win the shiny blue bow ties? The Penguins practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced until finally, the day before the contest, 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3 right, stand up, sit down, say goodnight. Tacky got it right.
Maybe we shouldn't do a bow tie for you because
No.
you don't have much of a neck, and your beard would cover it now.
Did you? Did you not hear that I said that earlier? That I said I don't have a neck to wear a bow tie.
No, I don't pay attention.
You don't pay attention to me?
anymore, Tazzy.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. The next morning, teams from all over the iceberg gathered for the Great Penguin Cheering Contest. Each team waited nervously to perform, but no team was more nervous than Tacky's. Could he do it right just one more time? You got the earplugs in because I'm too loud, and then you can't hear when I'm talking to you.
Sometimes, yeah.
The first team marched on stage. Pip, 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 pip. Rah. The judges looked bored. Another team marched forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sis, boom, ba, and backed off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The judges yawned. The third team chanted, wave the pom-pom, hold it high, bow politely, say goodnight. And the judges snored. No, they're not very impressed. Finally, there was only one team left, Tacky's. With quivering beaks, they faced the sleeping audience and snoring judges. This was it. You think of cheerleading, nobody'd be snoring and sleeping and such. Godly, lovely, angel, neatly, perfect, and Tacky began. 1, 2, 3, oh, for crying out loud! He fell. 1, 2, 3, 4, crying out loud. The audience gasped, startled by Tacky's loud voice. The odd bird had tripped over the tails of his Hawaiian shirt and crashed belly down.
Whoops-a-doodle.
Yeah. His horrifying teammates carried on. 1, 2, 3, right. Poor Tacky, now a bit muddled, pulled a sweater over his head. The sight of the headless penguin got the whole crowd laughing.
Did you say horrifying or horrified?
What do you mean? Where did I say horrified?
Up here.
The horrified. Yeah, the horrified. Not the horrifying.
I heard horrifying.
That's because you have earplugs in.
I'm like,
Stand up, sit down. Sorry, go ahead.
Those are two very different things.
Yeah, well, if they were the horrifying teammates, they'd be like, yeah. Barb says the meows in between are perfect. Yeah, we got the cats are ripping around here trying to find something to do. Stand up, sit down, say goodnight. By now the crowd was on its feet begging for more. Bravo! That was great! Another cheer! The horrifying. They're very scary. Tacky poked his head out. Another cheer. Well, if they insisted, he gave them another cheer. 1, 2, 3 left, A, B, C right, flop down, roll over, say what's for supper. The crowd roared, the judges slapped each other on the back, and even the other penguin teams clapped wildly. Yay. So Tacky led everybody in a third cheer. 1, 2, 3, yay, Rudy toot, toot, hooray, high flippers, we're all okay. Penguins everywhere gave high flippers. There was no question who wore the shiny blue ties home that night. Tacky was an odd bird, but a nice bird to have around.
Did they use flip, flip, hooray?
Oh, flip, flip, hooray would have been funny.
Okay.
They didn't use flip,
I
flip,
thought it was
hooray.
going to be another one of those things that I didn't hear.
We did ask for a puppy, and you said yes.
No.
Yep,
No.
you didn't hear about a puppy.
Mm-mm.
So that was kind of neat, right? They were worried about having Tacky. The Penguins were worried about having Tacky on their team because he was different. He couldn't do what everybody else was doing, and they thought he was going to embarrass them. And then you know what? He ended up winning the whole contest with them because he was different, right? He was a little bit tacky, right?
People don't pay big bucks to see something ordinary.
No, they
like to
don't.
see something
They don't.
extraordinary.
And you know what? If everything was ordinary, life would be very, very boring. Really, to be honest with you. Yeah, I like that book. This book will go into the read to kids book pile again.
Did anybody else hear Tazzy in their head every time he said tacky?
Nobody heard Tazzy instead of Tacky. I'm loud and I'm uncoordinated and quite a bit silly, but that's just me.
Yep.
That's the way it is.
Yep.
Yep. I am. There's a George Goebel said one time. You ever feel like the whole world is a tuxedo and you're a pair of brown shoes? You just don't fit in.
Yep.
So let's read this one. This one is called. I want to get back to that. You see, I didn't fit in very well because I sort of marched to my own drummer. I don't fit in a lot of places because it's I never used to, and then I just made my own place to fit in, really, right? Because I used to try really hard to fit into somebody else's places, and it just didn't work. So I'm happy with being me. So be happy being you. Be your own tacky penguin if you want, or if you don't, that's up to you too. This one's called Anna and the Green Dragon, and this is by Klaus Baumgart. There you go. Yeah. And it is a Hyperion Books for Children, and it was written in. This was written in 1992. So thank you very much. I'll try these glasses now. Whoop, there we go. Anna and the Little Green Dragon. This morning, like every other morning, Anna was sitting sleepily at the breakfast table. She's eating toast with a thick layer of marmalade on top. Thank you for that message, Tazzy. No worries. Did you say Tazzy or Tacky? Anna couldn't believe her eyes. A little green dragon jumps out of the cereal box. Oh, man.
We need to find that kind of cereal.
Yeah, no
I want a
kidding.
little green dragon.
We
I
never-
sure hope
I-
he didn't poop in the cereal.
He's they usually, when I was a kid, they used to get really cool prizes in the cereal box.
Do you remember those little boats that you used to put like baking
soda in, and then they put a little bit of vinegar and they would rip around the and then there was things that you had to put together, and temporary tattoos,
stickers.
Yeah, see, we had really cool stuff. I'm a little bit older than you are by a lot, and they stopped putting stuff in because kids were putting them in their mouth and stuff, and we're like, you wrecked all the good stuff. We used to get cars we would put together and things like that. It was really neat, puzzles and stuff.
We used to fight over getting the prize.
Yeah. I used to. We used to have to knot We couldn't go in and dig around and get the prize.
Mm-hmm.
So. The dragon blinks, stretches a little, and then starts to explore the breakfast table. He jumps onto the butter and squishes it through his dragon toes. Oh, somebody should have told him not to do that. Oh, la 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 lo le lo lo. Butter dragon. Then, before Anna could stop him, he tries to balance an egg on his nose and juggle the cornflakes. Unfortunately, he wasn't practiced enough. I know exactly what's going to happen. Shall I continue? No yolk. He's probably going to drop the egg. And makes a mess. See?
Is there a yolk?
There's a yolk.
You said no yolk.
No, I wasn't yoking. I'm not yoking. Undaunted, he shows off with another one of his tricks. Bravely, he climbs to the edge of Anna's cocoa cup and does a handstand.
That's a pretty good handstand.
That's not a bad handstand, for sure. With one, he's on one finger. If you don't know if you noticed, he's on one finger, whoop, right there.
Of course, if you're that small, gravity doesn't have quite the same impact.
Pound for pound, gravity's the same.
Well, I know, but
unless you don't believe in it.
We'll leave that to the people who think the Earth is flat.
Yeah, you can believe whatever you want. Doesn't mean it's right. You know what I think is funny when people get louder, and I go, being louder doesn't make you any more right than saying your stuff incorrectly. Barb goes, groan, my first one. Well, I'm sorry, I'm slacking off. Once again, the little green dragon loses his balance and Coco.
Well, if you're gonna lose your balance, I can't think of a better place to lose it.
Well, unless it's hot cocoa, then that's a terrible place to lose it. Hot cocoa?
I mean, it's been sitting there long enough
Maybe
for
it's
this
been
whole
sitting
story to happen. So,
yes.
lots of it's probably cooled off enough.
With a splash, he falls into the cocoa. Plus, he's a dragon, right?
Yeah.
If he can breathe fire, which I'm assuming most dragons can.
Yeah, you'd have to
A
have
little cocoa
some...
on your, on yourself is not a big deal.
Yeah.
Then he'd go like that. He'd go, puh, 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 and he'd have cocoa puffs. Cocoa puffs. I'll wait for Barb to go groan. What are you dragging your heels? Stop dragging your heels. When he was, is that our dryer or is our washing machine? The washing machine making it?
I don't remember it ever doing that at the other house.
No.
Like this is really long.
Is this still going on?
It is. There's done.
Okay, it stopped. It's like your laundry is done and your underwear is clean. Come and get things, put them in the dryer. They're very wet right now, and it's clean, clean, clean. Dee 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 dee. That's our.
Yep.
We have the happiest washing machine ever. Well, I'm so glad to be here. You're going to put your dirty underwear in there? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'll scrub away at it. Let's go. Scrubby, scrubby. Oh, I see that you had some spaghetti earlier. You got it on your shirt. I'll get that out for you. Don't worry about it. Tumble, tumble, scrubby, scrubby, diddly-doo.
This advertisement is brought to you by Samsung.
Samsung. Samsung, a song. Samsung, a song. That's why it's called Samsung, because it sings a song at the end while the washing machine is done. It's so happy. Can you imagine if it was like, well, laundry done, your laundry done, come get your laundry. Come get your laundry.
I'd actually pay for a washing machine that did that.
It'd be creepy. You're in the middle of the night. You're, you know what? The laundry's done. Your laundry's done.
Get your lazy bones off the
couch. Get your lazy bones off the couch. Come downstairs. The laundry's done. The dryer's like, oh, fine, I'll dry. Fine, I'll dry. Dry. That's all. He's got a dry sense of humor. Washing my jeans. And when he doesn't surface, back to the book. That's what I want my washing machine to sing. Yeah.
Wishy-washy, splosh, splosh, splosh. Wishy-washy, splosh, splosh, splosh.
So what has happened as I've lost my mind, train of thought, same thing, and I had my ADHD moment when the washing machine started singing, and so what happened is, we'll back up a bit. With a big splash, he falls into the cocoa. Now we're back to the little green dragon has fallen into the cocoa, and then he says, it says when he doesn't surface, Anna wonders where he went.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'd be concerned as well.
Up comes the little green dragon and sprays the surprised Anna with a mouthful of cocoa. Well,
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
He's doing Cocoa Puffs.
Your train of thought got derailed. Oh no. I'm going to use that. My train of thought got derailed.
Yeah, it didn't just get derailed. It actually...
No, it stopped. It actually, somebody turned somebody turned the track, and it just went. That's enough, schools, Anna. What's going on here? Who are you? There's no need to get upset. I'll let you do the same thing to me, replies the little dragon, jumping down from Anna's hand and hiding behind the cup.
He is showing words there.
Nope. I wanted to show you that I read all the words proper. I was trying to read what Barbara's... No, like you. No, I like you too. Oh, sing like me. That's what it is. Yeah, laundry's done. Laundry's done. Laundry's done. Is it still laundry if it's in the washing machine?
I don't know. That's a very philosophical
I know.
question.
It's Schroeder's laundry, right? If it's in the washing machine, is it really there? It's like the cat thing. Okay, I can do that, thinks Anna, and she takes a big gulp of soda to spray on the little dragon. Just then, the door opens up, and in comes Anna's mother. Shocked by the messy table, she takes a step back. Oop. Hey, give me that page. Don't be rude. Thank you. Just look at this mess, she cries. Anna tries to explain that it's not her fault, that the little green dragon did it, but her mother is really mad. Anna, I've told you 1,000 times not to exaggerate. She doesn't say that, but I thought that was funny. I've told you 1,000 times that there's no such thing as a dragon. Before her mother had a chance to speak again, there was a knock at the door, and when Anna's mother opens it, she grows very pale. There, right before her eyes, is a great, big green dragon. Good morning, the dragon says politely. Have you seen, by chance, my son? Good morning. Have you seen, by any chance, my son? Oh, and that's the end of the book. I don't know if Anna... That bothers me. I don't know if Anna got to spray her cocoa on the dragon. We'll never know. I'd like to think that she did. As soon as her mom turned around, she was like that. I don't know if she'd make that noise.
I mean, there's already a mess to clean up. You
might as well make a mess
like,
to clean up. That's my theory, right? If the things are already a little bit goofy doodle, then have some fun at her, right? Yep. Just like when we got our puppy. It's going to be, it's going to be, oh yes it is. It's going to be, the puppy's just going to be walking around. Yeah, it's going to be, that's it. We already got 2 cats ripping around, eating couches and wrecking stuff and climbing up and jumping on my lap when I'm not wearing the proper pants, just sweats during a Zoom presentation. So, yeah. I got up really fast. They didn't know what was going on. Everybody got to see my Saskatchewan Rough Rider sweats. Did I tell you that yet?
Nope.
Oh, I was presenting to I was presenting to, who was it? And I was wearing, had my nice shirt on, but I just had my Saskatchewan Rough Rider pants, sweats on, and Gracie thought, no, let's get on his lap and grab it. And up I went, and they said, so I had my stage dress shirt on and my hat, and I was wearing Saskatchewan Rough Rider sweats. It's virtually okay. So there you go. That's a couple of books. What do we learn from this? Well, dinosaurs dragons. Well, I'm not done. Dinosaurs weren't in this book. That was the one thing that we learned. You have to let me finish my whole thought. We learned that dragons and dinosaurs are different, and that and also if you're going to do a handstand, don't stand in the butter first. Obviously, correct. I mean it's just going to be, and then if you're going to balance an egg on your nose, right? Be careful, right? Because their whole life can be scrambled in just 1 second.
He seemed like a little entertainer.
He was, and it was that egg. That was that egg trick was over easy.
Is there any more egg jokes in there, Tazzy?
Is there any more egg jokes in there? Well, I could poach a couple from my brain if you wanted to. But you're kind of hard-boiled right now, so I won't bother doing that. I cracked you up.
Okay, let the poor people go.
Okay, you may be released from my silliness. You are released from my silliness. Today was book 652 and 653. Remember that on starting January 1st, we'll be going to Tazzy Read Stuff, which is another Facebook thing that. Sorry, Miss Christie just was like, well, let's pray with this. I'm just saying, no, it's an earthquake. It's another Facebook, what's the word? Page, I guess, right? It's a Facebook page. There you go. So if you go to Tazzy Read Stuff, that's where I'll be reading today. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Correct.
Oh my goodness! Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, so we'll read something cool for New Year's Eve. I'll find a Zeus book of some sort. Oh man, somebody requested that I read The Fox in the Box or whatever. That was a really hard book too. Maybe I'll read that one because that's the one I mess up the most, I think. Thank you and good night, Tazz and Miss Christie. Well, thank you. Good night to you guys too. That's a hint from Barb to go, hey, come on, let's move it. So remember, starting not tomorrow night, but on the 1st, we will be doing reading from Tazzy Reads. So please set your reminders to that. That'll be awesome. I think that's it. What did we learn? What did we learn today? It's okay to be different, and if you're going to do handstands, don't stand in the butter. So that's what we learned.
Yep.
Good night, Mr. Justin, and everybody else. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. May your dreams be cheery and your dreams be bright. Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. Sleep tight, Facebook friends. Sleep tight. May your dreams be so silly till the morning light. Puppy, 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 puppy. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Puppy, 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 puppy.
No, that's not part of your song, Tazz.
Good night, Facebook friends. Good night. Puppy.
No.
Puppy.
No.
Puppy.
No.
Lots of love from Miss Christie and I. Puppy, 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 puppy.
No.
Oh, she said maybe.